Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Pursuit of Balance podcast. Thank you for joining us here for Season 1 of Ancient Readings and Texts. This season will be a 16-part or episode season, with each episode reading a different tablet. There's 15 tablets in all, so this first episode will be an introduction and a preface into the tablets themselves. The Emerald Tablet itself is an ancient cryptic text made of one of Alchemy's most sacred and mysterious materials. The tablet has been given dates as far back as 36,000 BC. The tablet is written on emerald and is said to be manufactured through an alchemical process, rendering the historical stone impervious to ionization or destruction, as well as resistant to all elements and substance. Accordingly, the atomic structure is permanent, with molecular bonds impossible for man to break. The text itself has engraved characters into the material, written in ancient Atlantean language, which has the nickname of Language of the Birds. The author of the Emerald Tablet has been attributed to Thoth the Atlantean, who, as stated in the tablets, has conquered death, comes and goes into this plane as he pleases, the bearer of knowledge and the shaper of worlds. He is commonly depicted as having a man-like body with the head of an ibis. Thoth has been given many names in different cultures throughout history. Mercury to the Romans, the Egyptian god of wisdom. Hermes or Hermes Trismegistus to the Greeks, all to which points to the fact that he had obscure knowledge about accessing all three types of reality: the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. Throughout time, Thoth's been speculated as taking form in the humanly body to help our planet's humanity ascend into higher ways of living. After the most recent great flooding events, Thoth went to Egypt, helped construct the Pyramid of Giza, and is wherein he preserved his ancient wisdom and knowledge for future generations to come. There are many different translations, readings, and interpretations of the Emerald Tablets. I encourage you to read the tablets yourself and listen to others read them as well. Every time I come back and listen or read them, I often find new interpretations and connections that I had not seen or heard before. Quickly, before getting into the rest of the preface, I'd also like to touch on the reader of this version, Gerald Clark. I found Gerald about 18 months ago. Somehow I came across his YouTube channel and I was just blown away at how much content he had on there on things that there wasn't much speaking about. Gerald started getting into it in the early 2000s, which is also when he started his Gravity Body Academy, which was a means to overcome the toll gravity takes on our body. Gerald is also a writer and has published 3 books and co-written another. He's just been a substantial piece in the teaching of New Age knowledge and, assimilating knowledge that isn't talked about or really seen in the media or in textbooks and stuff. Unfortunately, Gerald moved on from this plane in June 2020 after battling cancer. I encourage you to go check out the links in the description if interested in his works, and I hope you enjoyed these upcoming podcasts. Now let's get into the short preface.
Preface to the original Emerald Tablets. According to the document, the tablets date back 36,000 years BC and are accredited to Thoth the Atlantean priest king, who returned to Egypt to establish civilization following the destruction of Atlantis. He was credited with building the Giza pyramids, wherein he preserved his ancient wisdom and knowledge for future generations of humanity. His reign is recorded as lasting from 50,000 BC to 36,000 BC, during which he imparted his civilizing ways upon the barbarians he encountered upon his return from Atlantis. Thoth is supposedly an immortal being, having overcome death's sting. Upon his departure from Egypt, Thoth erected the Great Pyramid over the entrance to the great halls of Amenti. High priests and appointed guardians of his hidden knowledge were appointed to guard the knowledge vault. The descendants of these guardians eventually became pyramid priests who deified Thoth as a god of wisdom, the one whose records illuminated those in the age of darkness. After he departed, legends arose relating the halls of Amenti to the underworld, where the soul passed after death for judgment, aka the biblical hell. It is claimed that in later ages that the ego of Thoth could be transformed into bodies of men as described in the tablets. Incredibly, the material composition of the tablets is purportedly emerald green and manufactured through an alchemical process, rendering the historical stone impervious to ionization or destruction, resistant to all elements and substances. Accordingly, the atomic structure is permanent, with molecular bonds impervious to breaking. The engraved characters are the ancient Atlantean language, which responds to attuned thought waves, releasing the associated mental vibration in the mind of the reader. The wisdom contained in the tablets is the foundation of the ancient mysteries. For the one who reads with open eyes and mind, his wisdom shall be increased 100-fold. The history of the tablets translated in the following pages is strange and beyond the belief of modern scientists. Their antiquity is stupendous, dating back some 36,000 years BC. The writer is Thoth, the Atlantean priest king, who founded a colony in ancient Egypt after the sinking of the mother country. He was the builder of the Great Pyramids of Giza, erroneously attributed to Cheops. He incorporated his knowledge of the ancient wisdom and also securely secreted records and instruments of ancient Atlantis. For some 16,000 years, he ruled the ancient race of Egypt from approximately 52,000 BC to 36,000 BC. During that time, the ancient barbarian race, among which he had his followers, had been raised to a high degree of civilization. Thoth was an immortal, that is, he had conquered death, passing only when he willed, and even then not through death. His vast wisdom made him ruler over various Atlantean colonies, including the ones in South and Central America. As noted, when the time came for him to leave, he erected the Great Pyramid over the entrance of the Great Halls of Amenti, placed in his records, and appointed guards for his secrets among the highest of his people. Also stated in later times, the descendants of these guards became the Pyramid's priests, by which Thoth was deified as a god of wisdom, the recorder, by those in the age of darkness which followed his passing. In legend, the halls of Amenti became the underworld, the halls of the gods, where the soul passed after death for judgment. During later ages, the ego of Thoth passed into the bodies of men in the manner described in the tablets. As such, he incarnated 3 times, his last being known as Hermes the Thrice-Born. In this incarnation, he left the writings known to modern occultists as the Emerald Tablets, a later and far lesser expose of the ancient mysteries. The tablets translated in this work are 10, which were left in the Great Pyramid in the custody of the pyramid priests. However, in those contained herein are secrets which will prove of an inestimable value to the serious student. They should be read, not once, but 100 times, for only thus can the true meaning be revealed. A casual reading will give glimpses of beauty, but more intensive study will open avenues of wisdom to the seeker. Now, as a word as to how these mighty secrets came to be revealed to modern man after being hidden so long. Some 1,300 years BC, Egypt, the ancient Chem, was in turmoil, and many delegations of priests were sent to other parts of the world. Among these were some of the pyramid priests who carried with them the emerald tablets as a talisman by which they could exercise authority over the less advanced priestcraft of races descended from other Atlantean colonies. The tablets understood from legend to give the bearer authority from Thoth. One particular group of priests bearing the tablets immigrated to South America, where they founded a flourishing race, the Mayas, who remembered much of the ancient wisdom. The priests settled and remained among the Mayan people. In the 10th century, the Mayas had thoroughly claimed the Yucatan, and the tablets were placed beneath the altar of one of the great temples of the sun god. Following the conquest of the Mayas by the Spaniards, these cities were abandoned and the treasures of the temples forgotten. It should be understood that the Great Pyramid of Egypt has been and still is a temple of initiation into the mysteries. The writer, Dorial, who has a connection with the Great White Lodge, which also works through the pyramid priesthood, was instructed to recover and return the Great Pyramid, the ancient tablets. This, after adventures which need not be detailed here, was accomplished. Before returning them, he was given permission to translate and retain a copy of the wisdom engraved on the tablets. This was done in 1925, and only now has permission been given for part to be published. It is expected that many will scoff, yet the true student will read between the lines and gain wisdom. If the light is in you, the light which is engraved in these tablets will respond. Now a reminder again about the material aspect of the tablets. They consist of 12 tablets of emerald green formed from a substance created through alchemical transmutation. They are imperishable, resistant to all elements and substances. In effect, the atomic and cellular structure is fixed, no change ever taking place. In this respect, they violate the material law of ionization. Upon them are engraved characters in the ancient Atlantean language, characters which respond to attuned thought waves, releasing the associated mental vibration in the mind of the reader. The tablets are fashioned together with hoops of golden-colored alloy suspended from a rod of the same material. So much for the material appearance. The wisdom contained therein is the foundation of the ancient mysteries, and for the one who reads with open eyes and mind, his wisdom shall be increased 100-fold. Read, believe or not, but read, and the vibration found therein will awaken a response in your soul.